Welcome back. We have a tornado watch in effect until noon today. It does include the Richmond metro area, including the city of Richmond, Chesterfield County, as well as Henrico County. All the areas in red until noon. Back to the west, these areas in orange. That's a severe thunderstorm warning, and embedded within that, the area in pink, right along the Halifax-Charlotte County line, that is a tornado warning. So let's take you into radar and show you what we've got. Again, a ton of rainfall in here, and it's in an atmosphere that's becoming more and more sheared. So as these storms develop, if they get any kind of vertical development, that is going to cause them to rotate. And we're seeing that. The highest tornado parameters right now are down close to the North Carolina state line and then south into North Carolina. But the nose of that greater shear is going to be pushing up into central Virginia and as far north as Richmond over the next several hours. Let's go into the tornado warning. There it is. And it'll be approaching Keysville at 6:29, Cruz 6:47, Victoria 6:48, Cambridge at 6:57, Blackstone at 6:59. So take your tornado safety precautions. Have some heavy rainfall across parts of the northern neck of Middle Peninsula. Nothing severe there. Heavy rainfall in the south side of Richmond right now. Nothing severe there either. Let's go over to Mike Stone for more on what to expect. Mike.
Exactly. We're talking about that until noon. We have an enhanced risk of severe weather for just about the entire Channel 6 viewing area. And within this area, we're also looking at the potential for some tornadoes, about a 10% chance of tornadoes across central Virginia. Doesn't mean everyone's going to see them, just means that the ingredients are there. And if all the storms develop enough, that we could see a couple of tornadoes within central Virginia. The storm timing will be over the next few hours and start to kind of fizzle after you get towards about midday or so. That severe threat will be for the damaging wind gusts and some isolated tornadoes possible. But even without severe weather today, the parent storm system is going to generate a lot of winds. Some of those winds may exceed 40 miles an hour sustained, and we could have some gusts well over 50 miles an hour. For that reason, we have some advisories in effect. And for that, let's go to Nikki D.
Thanks so much, Mike. Yeah, you're exactly right. These winds are nothing to mess around with. We are dealing with a wind advisory that's going to be hanging out with us throughout the day. Winds currently, you most likely have been hearing them roar outside. We're coming in sustained. So remember, it's kind of like your car. You got it on the cruise control. It's consistent, coming in 23 miles per hour in the city, 20 over into Williamsburg. Kilmarnock, you're at 22 miles an hour. We do have some gusts involved. Right now, they're on the lower side of what is to come. Gusts are in the upper 20s, low 30s. But just like Mike mentioned, these winds are going to continue to go up as the day will progress. So our tornado threat really ends around noon. But the wind threat continues. I look for these winds outside of even a thunderstorm to be gusting into the 30s, 40s, and potentially even 50s at times. You can tell this model at noon is saying around 79 miles an hour. Now, I wouldn't, take it to the bank, but please notice these winds are going to be very high throughout the entire day. So we're talking about not only the threat being a tornadic situation early on, but also the threat for these winds. So we could be dealing with some trees down, power outages, damage to your roof, or even your siding. Of course, those garbage cans, you better believe they're going to be at your neighbor's house. The severe threat mainly really going to be those winds as well as the tornadic threat. Heavy rainfall is also anticipated with these storms, and we are picking up on some roads that have now been closed over in Roanoke because remember, they got the system first. Now around 8 o'clock, we're still dealing with heavy amounts of rainfall. That severe threat, the tornadic threat is there with us. And as we head throughout the afternoon, things become a little more isolated. And then you're actually going to see the sunshine around 4 o'clock where temperatures will be in the upper 70s, low 80s, but those winds are still going to be an issue even after we begin to have sunset. Now, take a look on Wednesday. It's going to get colder. And yes, there's going to be a chance we could see some wet snow along I-81. That's really not going to be a large concern for us in the immediate locations. 82 degrees today. The tornado watch is going to be with us until lunchtime. The wind threat is all day long. Tomorrow, 65 and sunny. Very much so lower in the way of your wind. Rain chances are back Wednesday, 53. Upper elevations could see some wet snow. You'll see 62 heading into your Thursday. Rob, Reba.
All right. Thanks to Kadia. Our dedicated